to you by Boer Remodeling, Booher, BoerRemodeling.com. That kitchen, that bathroom, that basement that you want to turn into a home theater, actually have some popcorn in? Yeah, that is the reason to call Boer, Booher, BoerRemodeling.com. These are the pros. Their 5-step design process from the consultation to the construction means you know exactly what's going to happen because it's going to happen exactly the way you want it to. With the best materials and the most skilled craftsmen in Central Indiana, Boer Remodeling for over 2 decades has been taking care of Central Indiana and doing an absolutely incredible job of it. Listening to you, understanding you, and working this process, the system that they've created that ensures you are getting exactly what it is you need, exactly what it is you deserve. Quality work, on time, with a service-oriented attitude. This is what they do at Boer Remodeling, and they stand behind their work with a 2-year workmanship guarantee. Talk to Boer Remodeling today about your kitchen, about your bathroom, or about that basement and turning it into a home theater. If it's inside your 4 walls, Boer Remodeling can help. 317-852-5546. Tell them Tony Katz sent you. 317-852-5546. Boer Remodeling. 852-5546 or online at Boer. Booher. BoerRemodeling.com. The popcorn moment. Let's go. It's a story you need to hear to believe. Then grab your popcorn because there is more. By the way, I think I may have pronounced the Indy Star writer's name wrong when I was talking about Charles Barkley. Matt Glennesk. Excuse me. I think I may have pronounced it wrong earlier, and I apologize for that. I didn't want to. I don't know the dude. You know, I'm not going to pronounce the guy's name wrong if I can correct it. In Newark, Democrats were involved in an insurrection. I mean, they were attacking government officials, fighting with government officials, trying to break in to a facility. Representative Ocasio-Cortez can scream all day long that they have the right to go in there. But they don't have the right to engage in a physical fight, do they? We don't actually believe that they have this kind of authority. What happened was that the mayor of Newark, a congresswoman, LaMonica McIver, they tried to get into an ICE detention center. They decided that the ICE detention center was a problem and was an issue, and they were gonna find out what was happening. The Democratic Party is on the side of the illegal immigrant and not on the side of America being safe and secure. If you think this is how you're going to win elections, if this is how you think you're going to bring people to you, I guess be this ridiculous. They are pushing and shoving their way in, and they're pushing and shoving ICE agents, government agents, just like what happened to the Capitol Police on January 6th. As a matter of fact, exactly like it, with not a single bit of difference. That's how we play our game, right? That's how we do it, right? This is what they've created, so now this is what we deliver. Okay, got that. Wanted to make sure. And these Democrats, some of whom got arrested, are now saying, how dare ICE, and this is a violation, and this is a move towards autocracy. And here is the mayor of Newark, Raz Baraka, Baraka is his last name, answering a question from Jen Psaki, who we all know is such a truth teller that she was completely honest about Joe Biden's mental decline.
Thought about taking any legal action in light of what took place today and what happened to you?
Well, I mean, we're going through this process now, and obviously I will confer with my lawyers to figure out what's the best pathway forward on this. I think they completely violated my rights. I'm the mayor of the city. I have the right to go anywhere in this city, particularly in places where I think our laws are being violated.
What do you mean you have the right to go anywhere? I have a home in Newark. You have the right to enter my home? I have a business in Newark. You have the right to enter my business outside of being a customer? What is this guy talking about? And do all Democrats think like this? I'm the elected official. I can do anything. I'm not sure that this is the standard that every Democrat has. What I will tell you is it's a kind of messed up standard to have in general.
I went up in a driveway with our healthcare inspectors and our fire inspectors early on, and we've been doing that for the last couple of days. They've been ignoring us. And actually, the Congress people who have oversight on this went onto the property and tried to get inside, and they made them wait over an hour, and they never got in. Never.
If you want to talk about waiting over an hour, talk to everybody in line right now at a DMV in the state of New Jersey. I grew up in New Jersey. You know why I moved out of New Jersey? I was tired of standing in line. Waiting an hour. That's the crime? These people are nuts. Taking the side of illegal immigrants at all costs and making the claim that somehow America is completely abusive to the people in custody, which is not the case. So the question is that you have these elected officials who engage in this activity. What do? And the answer is you charge them. Of course you charge them. And if you have to throw them in jail, you throw them in jail. How is this a debate? If you were involved in attacking a law enforcement officer, you go to jail. It's not a surprise. This, I think, is this the DHS spokesperson right here? I want to make sure I've got the audio right. No, it's a different one. DHS saying that there are likely more arrests that will be coming. Good. You're not above the law. Remember that? No one's above the law. There you go. But they believe that they are. They are convinced that they are. And if you go to any cable news outlet like this guy being interviewed by Al Sharpton, it's the same old song.
Authorities seem to go directly for Mayor Baraka. And now they're talking about even more arrests. Do you think the strategy of arresting elected officials could backfire?
Well, it's a shocking strategy.
Hold on. The strategy is going after elected officials? No. The strategy that Democrats are employing is engaging in violence against law enforcement. No one went after Democrat officials. Democrat officials engaged in illegal activity. See the spin here. See the lie here. And if you want to talk about going after elected officials, what about the former elected officials who went after, like Donald Trump, with 4 nonsense indictments? But check out the answer. My God, there's nothing easier than being a Democrat strategist.
Well, it's a shocking strategy. In a nation where you have 3 separate and co-equal branches of government, you have an executive branch and a Homeland Security Department that arrested a mayor, is threatening to arrest members of Congress, and just seems to think it can perform like we live in an autocracy where you...
That guy's name is Michael Hardaway. He used to work for Congressman Hakeem Jeffries. No mention of the actions of the mayor and these members of Congress. Just this idea that Trump is on the attack and the executive is an autocratic and on the attack. Listen, Michael Hardaway, if you want to be a liar, you can be. MSNBC will allow that. Shamefully, they'll allow that. We don't. If you're not going to engage the full story, and if you're not going to talk about consequences for actions, you're unserious. Why in the world would I pay attention to you, Michael Hardaway? What's the point? What do you have to offer? Offer something. Then we can discuss it. Maybe we would even want to have the conversation with you. But this isn't offering something. This is nonsense pablum, gruel for a bunch of drooling sycophants who are desperate only to have another story about hating Trump and never, ever care about what the truth of a story is. This is your 1984 moment. You know what the story is, but you feed your audience something different because you don't want them to be able to say, well, they did attack law enforcement. You don't want them to do anything like it. Gross stuff, Michael Hardaway. I don't know you. I don't know you. This is my first introduction to you. But I'm not looking to see your stuff again. MSNBC wants to lie to their audience. That seems obvious. No, it's not seems. That is the reality. Matt Bear's got traffic.